أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وله وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, first I would like to start my lecture today with the condolences to the sisters for losing one of our educators and our sisters in the community, Sister Saadia Manzoor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her the rank of a shuhada and grant her Jannatul Firdaus, and her mother and her daughter Khadija. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all of them fi Jannatul Firdaus and compensate them with the highest reward, inshallah Rabbil Alameen. Also, I'd like to emphasize the fact that as students of knowledge and as leaders of the community, because this is how I look at you, how I look at my students, all of them without any exceptions as leaders. I'm not saying it in a bragging way or an arrogant or boasting way, but I'm saying it as really this is what I dedicated my life to do, to train, to teach, to empower my students to benefit others. You know, I'm not in the business of just teaching someone sitting in the comfort of their room or of their own corner and doing nothing. And when I say that, even teaching your own family and spreading the knowledge that you learn with me and the different skills set and da'wah and all of that to your own children and your own family, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, and this is good. That's exactly what we want. Because, Allah Azza wa Jalla, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, for Allah to guide one person only in this life, because of you, it is better than the world. Now, what I do not agree with is someone just comes as a routine, as the majority of the community basically come as a routine and sit in a lecture and then go and nothing happens. Come and pray and then go and there's nothing happens. No, I want you to be vocal. I want you to be talking. And when I say that, I'm saying that in a way that everything that comes out of your mouth is of benefit to others. When you talk, you benefit others. When you criticize, you have alternatives, and you are the first one in the line of change. It's not only that we are criticizing the status quo. We are just trying to make people, feel that we have a voice. That I have a voice that works. I have a voice that builds. I have a voice that helps. I have a voice that soothes. I have a voice that empowers. You understand me, sisters? It's not like I have a voice because I'm a female and I have a voice because the males blah blah blah. No. This is, forget that. This is not going to take you anywhere. No, you have a voice of the sister, of the mother, of the wife, of the daughter, of the Muslimah who fears Allah Azza wa Jalla and cares for her community, who cares for her husband and for her children, for their safety and for their happiness, who cares about herself and her education and her health, her physical and mental health and her education, Islamic education, secular education, who wants to be number one. Yeah, this is the sister we want, without fight, without arrogance, without transgression. A voice that says Bismillah before anything, a voice that cannot go higher than the voice of the Sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, a voice that respects the voice of leadership, that respects the voice around of other people, of her husband, of her father, of her brother, of her children. That is having a voice, an empowering voice. The voice, when it comes up, everybody knows that we're going to benefit from. There's not a voice that's, oh, here we go again. No, you don't want that kind of voice. It's better to be quiet and people thank you for being quiet than to be said, oh, here we go. She's going to make some more noise. And, oh, my God, like that. People rolling their eyes. You're not going to go anywhere with that. For decades and for centuries, you're not going to go anywhere with that. You'll go somewhere with your actions, with your patience, and with these things that we're learning here, you know. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you power and ability, you know, to do exactly what Allah Azza wa Jalla wants you to do as sisters. But back to my point, I'm looking at you as leaders. So with calamities like this, this incident of killing the sister and her mom and her daughter, and also for the man himself, he could not cope with the problems that he had, you know, schizophrenic and having guns and you know, being estranged from his family and could not handle. So that too, we have to look at. It's not enough to say, okay, the sister was transgressed and the sister was this and that. Right, she's transgressed, we know that. Why? What are the resources that we have as a community? That's what we need to take a step, instead of just every time something happens, we stand up and we kind of become very excited until, you know, a few weeks or a few days or a few months, and then things die away and we wait for another musibah, another calamity to happen. That's not the behavior of good community of Muslims, you know. So basically we need to start from ourselves, our family. Look at your own husband, you know, or children. That's why I was saying forever, you know, to people, you know, those things people don't pay attention to, but I'm saying them for a reason. That come to the masjid, come to the community, feel like you're a member of the community. Now I understand why. When you are alone, you are stressed alone by this society and by its materialistic aspect and capitalism and consumer mentality and all of that. You are affected alone. You are there under that pressure of this society alone by yourself. When you do not come to the masjid for salah, for peace, for tranquility, even once a week, you just come there, all right, alhamdulillah. You know, just walk around the masjid a little bit. You know, I like to see sisters coming here and walking, like the brothers walking after Asr and after Isha and after Maghrib and after Fajr. I see groups of brothers walking. There's a track in the back here, and why sisters do not walk as well. You know, try to do something, like come to the mosque, you know, like see each other. And instead of gossiping and doing things, see each other, you know, come and talk about the deen, talk about something once a week, have halqa just to come and just share something, not the gossip, not the backbiting, but make a thoughtful, conscious goal. Why we're gonna meet, like for sisters, we not education, just to see each other, have like some tea or something like that, and just walk a little bit, and each one goes home, and you'll see how far this goes. You'll see how far this goes. I want sisters to come out of the mentality of like, okay, I want to know where my husband is going. What is he doing? What are you doing to yourself? Right? Instead of trying to be like supervising everything that the family is doing, find what you're doing, and instead of policing and doing all of that kind of thing. What are you doing to yourself for your own tranquility and your own mental health? It's very important. So this is a step that needs to be taken, and it needs to be studied, and you need to do something in this regard, right? So as leaders, you need to work on your own self and see why these things may happen. How's my son? How's my daughter? What is their behavior? How's my husband? Is he just going to work and coming and does not talk and all of this? What happens? Like you are always concerned about like what he's thinking about. Try to find that out in a better way. Yeah. I have a class now. Oh, I have a class. بعد الظهر يعني. طيب ماشي. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that. Telling me that there is another janaza today for someone who died. So, yani sisters, you have more responsibility now. I'm not scaring you, Allah, but you have more responsibility than a normal sister, a normal woman. Why? Because you study and you are, alhamdulillah, achieving like in knowledge. You know tafsir, you know hadith. You're studying with me for some of you for years. Okay, and you are filling this position as a leader in the community. Some of you are working hard to support your family. Great, alhamdulillah. But you have to have that balance in your life. You have to have that spiritual balance in your life. You have to see what is the needs for your husband, what are the needs for your family, what are your needs, and you strike that balance. We need to talk. You know, life is not worth anything if we go to burn ourselves like this, you know, and then, you know, become under pressure and we're not solving the problems and everybody's talking me, and everybody's like concerned about their own self. And, you know, it's like how you're helping others around you, how you are making an impact. This is how beneficial you are. What is your value is like how people around you benefiting. Yes, but how are you going to benefit them if you yourself lacking the ability mentally and physically? That's why I said what's your health, what's your diet, what you're eating, what you're doing in the long run. Do your physical checkups, do take care of your own hygiene, take care of your health. And I'm serious about these things. So I'm telling you, like, I'm reading and I'm studying and I'm seeing the scary statistics. And that's why I say those things. People say, why the Sheikh is talking about coming to the masjid and all that. I told you now why I'm talking about that. That's for your own sanity, to come to the masjid and belong to a community. It's for your own good benefit to others, is to take care of your health. Don't just do that. If you find that you have repeated headaches, you have to check. You have to do like, you know, tests and stuff like that. If your joints started giving up on you, to make a test. You know, if you find that you are lethargic and you are not functioning, maybe you are diabetic, maybe there is a problem, maybe there's Lyme disease, or there is like some issue in the blood. Most of the time it can be fixed, right? So, but we come up with a mentality sometimes that, you know, you keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself until like you're down. No, not anymore, right? So, and we do it in a good manner, not like, you know, leave me alone, I have to rest right now, nobody talks to me, and close your door. Why you have to make such a drama, you know? Like, we all take care of our physical health, so we all understand that, and we all know the importance of, you know, health and diet and all of that. So we all eat healthy at the house. Great. We all exercise at the house. Great. We all have a schedule of exercising and taking care of ourselves. Great. You know, we go to the park, we run, we talk, we walk, whatever it is. So Basically, do not exaggerate and make things like go overboard, and do not exaggerate in abandonment and neglect. Be moderate. Be moderate. Walk around your neighborhood. Walk in your backyard. Do some gardening. Do something. Sometimes I tell people just walk in your driveway, walk in your small backyard. If you have a treadmill, do it. If you have a gym, go. But you don't have to exaggerate and say, okay, I'm going to wear like shorts now and I'm going to run like 2 miles a day. Why you do that? Why you have to violate something to to be good, you know? Well, why? Why I have to like make a scene or make a show out of things? I go simple. I'm going to stop eating sugar anymore. I stopped for 3-4 months now. I do not eat any sugar, like no sugar, period. Not sweet stuff. Still, I'm working on that, but I'm talking about this white or brown or stevia or anything that's called sugar in packets or spoons. I do not have anything like that. I use honey to sweeten things. And it helped, wallahi, it helped me a lot. I see the difference in my digestion and in my feeling. I see the difference with that little tiny change. And I'm abandoning now the sweets that have too much sugar in it. And I'm going one step at a time. If there's sweets or cake or something like that, I want to eat fruit, like cakes and things like that. When I eat, eat your vegetables first, you eat your protein after, and then you eat your starches. This is the order. Some nutritionist told me, like, you know, he said that this is the order. Even if you're eating the same thing and you're eating slow, eat your vegetable, eat salad first while you're talking to your family and all that, eat your vegetables. But it will make a good coating and layer in your stomach and your intestines. So the glucose absorption will not be high. Subhanallah, amazing advice. Then eat your protein, the meat and stuff like that. And then you eat, like, if you have pasta or rice or anything like that, eat it at the end. You'll not actually have time by that time. And you will see that your system and your health completely changes. Why not? You see, we are all doing that. We're all exercising. We are all reading Quran and reading Hadith. Did you read your Hadith today? Did anybody have a new Hadith today to tell the family? Make a competition at your home, not a competition, an effort. Every day somebody tell me a verse or a Hadith. So what is the verse of the day? Just random. Go random sometimes. Give me some statement of the Prophet ﷺ. Let them go and search and find something. Just say the Hadith. Don't say what you learned from it and what about it. No, just get to the habit of, there's a verse today I have to mention. أول عصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر. Okay, great, alhamdulillah. Is this surah in Quran? Yes, okay, good. What is the hadith? This hadith. Then later on you work on the authenticity, you work on the number, where it is, what does it mean later, over a year, until you reach to there, year or two. But this is a habit. Instead of asking the kids like, okay, what did you learn? Did you do your homework? Blah, 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 blah. No. Who's going to tell me some mathematical thing, interesting scientific fact? You know, make the children, young or old, they will come to you by themselves and want to share something new instead of this dull life that they see at home, you know, that I'm having a dull life and they're on their phones all the time. So they share. Want somebody to tell me, did you know? You know, what did you know? Or do you know that? Like make it a theme, like, you know, a day of the week or something like that. So those things, when I say, I studied a lot, I read lots of statistics, and I'm telling people those things. Take care of your health. And I mean, lots of things would happen to the community if they follow my advice. It sounds like a random or a novel advice, but it is not. Come to the masjid. You know, I tell people have breakfast on Sunday. I know what does it do. These brothers and sisters, some of the sisters, but these brothers who come and have breakfast with each other on Sunday, they are different than other people. They're more patient. They talk Men sometimes want to eat food with other men only. You know, they feel like this is when we were young, like that was our thing. Like, you know, I go and visit my friends and we walk around in our town. We eat together, we drink tea together, we have fun together. And then I come back to the family scene in here because I talk to other men. And this stays with the man for the rest of his life. He wants to go and talk with other men and just have a meal or something like that. So I tell people, have breakfast on Sunday for the brothers. Have lunch, dinner for the community after that lecture. Have Ramadan iftar daily. I have a point for all of this. Sometimes administration, all that, they look from a logistic point of view and cleaning and all of that. But from my leadership and education point of view, I know, because I see the feedback from the community. You talk to me, your children talk to me, your husband talk to me, young people talk to me, poor, rich, healthy, sick, problems, no problems, positive, negative. I hear everybody. And from that feedback, I know what the community want, what the community want in general, what certain people lack. So sometimes I want the whole community to make activity for few families in the community that to benefit from. It's worth it. If you're going to save somebody's sanity, so somebody's health, somebody's poor, and the whole community is doing an activity social for them, but there is a need. People come for iftar and sponsor iftar. Alhamdulillah, they sponsor. It's more social to come for iftar, but there are some people who are hungry. They will be in the middle of the community, but nobody knows. Alhamdulillah. So they save their dignity. They ate in Ramadan. Some people have problems. Some people have mental health problems. They don't have somebody to cook for them. They'll come to the masjid and eat, and nobody knows what's happening. I don't know. So whenever you find me emphasizing on something, you know that there is a point behind it. And I'm sharing with you now. I'm seeing problem with health, including myself in the community, obesity. People are not healthy. People are not healthy. They're not looking good. They look pale. They look lethargic. You see that they are like, succumb with the masjid here and there's dozing and sleeping. And this is not a good scene. That's not a good picture for me to see. So I'm talking about health. I'm talking about education. That's why in the Eid khutbah, I said health and education and relationship. I see the deterioration of relationships. This is the computers, the phones, the social media, and all of that. There's deterioration in our relationships. So those are the three things. So I hope now, you understand as a leader, as a student of knowledge, as a mom, as a sister, as a daughter, as a wife, the responsibility on you. Instead of being busy with competition and all of that, you have to ask yourself, why am I competing? What do I want to achieve? I can achieve it now in a better way. I want to have a voice. For what reason? Like who's your audience? And why do you want to have a voice? Why? Like if I give you a stage to speak, what are you going to say? See, this is the whole idea. This is the whole idea. Some sisters sometimes say, okay, why this lecture does not have any ladies in it? Why this lecture should have ladies in it? I'll ask you back. And I'm not asking you to in a condescending manner. I'm asking you to refine your proposal. You can say, well, this topic, there is that such and such sister who is the most knowledgeable, most qualified. Why she's not here? Now we're talking. See the difference? That is the difference, right? So instead of saying like why there is no females in this function, you can say we have lots of females qualified for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, why they're not here. Now you're making a point that there is some discrimination. Why it's always to be men while we have qualified women? Where are the qualified women? Here is the list, and here is their work. See now? That is what I need. That's what I want, actually. We want to grow up, and we want to mature beyond that level of just making like talk, like I just want to be there. For what reason? Okay. So, and unfortunately, we see the ones sometimes that who need certain instruction, they are not there. Always like we say, we need such and such. Okay, when we do it, nobody shows up. So it's either the person does not need it, or they are speaking on behalf of somebody who's not interested, or they don't have the ability to get those who are affected to attend. So this is the idea. Like we can make a class, like Starrat suggested that we, for all the problem with the sisters in the masjid, that the etiquettes of salah and all of that. Okay, when we make the etiquettes of salah, my question is, do you think that the sisters who have the issue will come to that? See, for 2 weeks now, me and Brother Reza and all that, we are concerned about the idea of how to get those who are in need for this class to that class. Because we hear the complaint always from those who are affected by the lack of the etiquette of someone else. Like I am in the masjid and somebody's making noise. Then I come and speak to Sheikh. There are people in the masjid making noise. Can you talk about the etiquettes of the masjid? Then I make a class about not making noise in the masjid. But those who are making noise, they're not there because they make noise. They do not come to classes. So this is the problem. Like those who disturb, they are not gonna come to a class for not disturbing. And that's why there has to be some effort for how to get them. So when are they at the masjid? And how to attract them to the masjid? It has to be through some activity that they can relate to, and then you address them. Or we have training for those who are affected, how to deal with this when it happens. So that has to be the issue. I see your hand, Sister Rod. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Just want to check on you to see how you are doing. Also, I know it's not easy for you as the leader of the community.
Yes.
Allah makes this whole tragic easy for you and the whole entire community. Inshallah, grant us patience. For what you suggested, it is true. And this is part of the things that we've been talking about in the sisters groups. Not only about the wudu and salat workshop, but also about all the other issues, including this recent tragedy, domestic violence that just happened in the community. How do we move forward? And a lot of sisters did say a lot of people that do need the help, they don't come up, you don't know them, we can't find, they don't come to the masjid. But we can't give up on trying. That's what I can say. And always continuously try in the face of Allah in the day of judgment. Inshallah, we can say we tried this, we tried that. And if things fail, then at least we know we put the effort, inshallah. So we will work in the sisters committee to continuously send messages out to all the groups, ask each of us, and everybody has to work together, brothers and sisters.
Sorry to interrupt. We have less than 8 minutes. We need to sign on again later. Inshallah.
Okay, leave and then we'll come back.
That's expensive. Even if it's raffle tickets, $50, maybe the students will come, the kids are youths that don't come, maybe they will come just for that. And inshallah, gain some knowledge and experience, inshallah. So publicize as much as we can to our friends and families. Everybody has to be active participants in making this happen, inshallah. So we can't stop for not trying. We got to keep trying, and Allah puts barakah in the effort, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is actually what I needed to hear, that we keep trying, but we have to get over the issues. Like, you know, we constantly keep trying to solve the issues until we hit the, we are figuring out now how to get the youth to the masjid. We listen to them and we say, okay, we want a wrestling program, go ahead and do it. We want this program, go ahead and do it. Sometimes they come back and say, okay, that program was not needed, let's modify. And now I can see more youth coming to the masjid. I am seeing the result. More youth coming to the activities, more youth coming to the Taraweeh prayers. You notice that, more men, male youth. Where are the female youth? We have to work on that now. You see, have to empower some. So that is the whole idea. Like, you know, in the Sunday morning, I know it's hard for you all week long, but try to make an effort, like one Sunday every month. I want to see some sisters here also having, you know, the Riyadh al-Salihin and then having breakfast and then going home. I want to see that. Like I really want you to get out of the routine by doing something. That's the point sometimes. You know, I want to see a group of sisters coming, like doing some activity here. I want to see your faces. Like I want to see you around to make sure that you're good. This is the only way for me as a leader of the community to know that you're good. You know, and I'm encouraging people now to come and speak to me, and I have zero tolerance now, like to anybody who's having some domestic issue. And you'll be surprised, there are men who have domestic violence issues. They are out there in this community and other community. Everything in the bigger society, larger society is mirrored here. And I was telling the people, like, you cannot imagine in the last year, 2 years of the pandemic, how many people approached me with the suicidal thoughts from all walks of life. Suicidal thoughts. Some people have suicidal thoughts from the pressure. They are successful and everything. From the pressure, what is the meaning of all of this? You know, I'm working and I'm making money and I have the house and I have the cars and my family and all of this. What is the point, Sheikh? Like, what is the point of this? I have worthless life. Everybody looking to me as like I'm their ATM machine, you know, and I have no life of my own. This is there, out there. And maybe the wife or the daughter or the son of that man who is very successful think that, oh, we have a big, happy life and everything. But they do not know that they are pushing that person to the edge without even knowing. Like he's under so much pressure that he wants to take his own life, or, you know, debating the idea of like, what is the point of my life? Because, you know, this is what it is. I hear from sisters that, you know, who are not young, who are all their life, that's 30, 40 years, they are serving their husbands and literally speaking, and their children and all of that, and there is no appreciation. Wow, no appreciation at all, because everybody take it for granted. You know, my wife, my mom, my grandma, my sister is like serving and cleaning and doing and this and that and all of that, and then she feels like what is it? What is there? Like what am I doing? And you have to give them hope. So people talk to me, and I see the danger of these things. That's why I'm telling you, like, I want to see you at the masjid. I want to see you working with each other, and I want to see you like doing this, because this is my only way. When I see people around me, like, are you okay? Is everything fine? Sometimes people like break down, like, so can I talk to you for 5 minutes? And it becomes 2 hours, and they are like kind of like having a meltdown, or like they're stressed out, and then that session like helps them out, and why not? That's why I said we have to hire somebody like, you know, counselor or someone like full-time, so people can speak to and vent and feel relief. And I saw teenagers who have everything, like their parents give them everything, and because of that they feel they don't have a value. And some other youth who are struggling with everything, and that's why they feel that they're not supposed to be living. So you have the extremes. That's why I'm trying to bring the community to the moderation. Like, it's not so bad for you. Alhamdulillah, lots of people have lots of things, but it is not making them happy. Look to what you have and work from there. And I'm just simplifying it. While the other people said, Allah blessed you with lots of things that people are not there, try to use it, try to help someone who does not have what you have a purpose in your life. Purpose, giving a purpose to people. So always give a purpose to people, you know, and always, please, you know, turn your phone, you know, put your phone on mute. Ahmed's phone, Ahmed's phone, Ahmed's phone, Ahmed's iPhone. Thank you. So always give people a purpose. Instead, sisters of, and I'm not saying this that because only sisters, among brothers also, instead of competition and jealousy and, oh wow, we have this, we have that. No, instead of that, I said, mashallah, you are using the ni'mah of Allah in a proper way, you know, keep it up. Give this word of encouragement. Sometimes people need that. I give you the example last time about the imam from the other community who came all the way driving 4 hours to say thank you, Sheikh, for your lectures and all of that. You remember that? Did I say this, or I said it in another class? I think I said it here. Like this imam coming for 4 hours drive from a small city in Texas to tell me that for the past few years I've been listening to your speeches and copying everything. I did not know English, and I'm learning English, and I'm learning from your lectures and all of that. He made my day, you know. That not this Sunday, the Sunday before that. Yesterday, no, last Monday, the day before, I have fatwa line with Amjad, and the sister calls. She had some issue with you know, financing and the house and riba and all of these kind of things. So I answered her, and she said, who am I speaking to? I told her, this is Sheikh Mamdouh from Houston. She said, subhanAllah, there is a Sheikh in Houston. You know, I don't know if it is you or not, but, you know, give that lecture every Sunday morning at Masjid al-Salam. I said, okay. And she said that, you know, do you know that Sheikh? I said, it's me. She said, subhanAllah, I have been, and she calls a random number, by the way. It's not like she's calling knowing that I am there. She's calling Amjad 1-800 number, and the number forwarded to me. Said, I've been wanting to talk to you, but I cannot have it access. Telling you that me and a group of sisters in Louisiana, we listened to the recording on Facebook because we cannot attend the Sunday morning, but we listened to it later, and we listened to all your lectures. And we go and, you know, teach that to our youth in the masjid and all of that, because we're in a small city that we only 7-8 family Muslims there. And that's what we do, because we do not have an imam, we do not have like a center. We have a small musalla that we go to and we make this halqa. Imagine, like, you know, it makes me cry. Like these things, like I feel that Allah Azza wa Jalla is sending me these messages just to make my heart firm, you know, like someone out there somewhere, somehow benefiting of what you do. And it gives you comfort. But I want my community, yes, to benefit from that, but I want you to start like the same thing, like, you know, I hope you get the idea. So you see Allah Azza wa Jal is there. Allah Azza wa Jal is there for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to benefit others. So keep doing what you're doing, as the sister Nurat mentioned, keep doing what you're doing, but try to figure, keep trying to do it better. Not only we will keep doing what we're doing, we'll keep trying. No, keep trying to do it better. Keep trying to figure out better ways. Keep trying to figure out better solutions. Talk with each other. Keep the conversation going. And it's like that, you know. I know it's hard, but you know, this is life. At least we make meaning for our life. But always, whenever someone you talk to, give them some positive thing. Give them purpose. Wallah, I started doing that, and it goes a long way. And I'm teaching my children to do that. Like whenever we go to groceries, I tell them, you know, commend the person who is in the cashier, or someone like helping you to find an item. Commend them, say something nice to them, and see how it works. Don't go overboard. Like, you know, sisters, you're not going to flirt with men. No, you know, commend the other women. You don't have to talk to the other gender. Yani find another person. Thank you so much. That was nice of you to do this. You know, or let's just make a small 30-second conversation of some type. It goes a long way. Maybe that person was stressed. Maybe they want that comment. When you are in a restaurant or something like that, give a good tip to the people. Don't exaggerate and don't be stingy. That maybe this is gonna make their life, you know, different. You make their day, and so on. You know, it goes a long way. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, just try to bring that small change to people's life. If we start doing that, it will come back to you multiple times, and Allah will send you those messages that you are doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Sometimes I go to a store and someone says, "Hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a long time." I don't even remember them. But because, you know, in the past years, I've been doing this everywhere. So maybe somewhere, something, they worked at another store or something like that. I don't know. But people like recognize you for the positive approach. Give positive, you'll get positive 10 times. Be negative, you'll get negative all the time. You attract what you don't want. But if you start becoming good, then you'll find people are attracted to you in positive way. So now I wanted to, this lecture was an exceptional lecture because of what happened. So now I want to hear your comments, inshallah. I want to, on what I said today about empowering others, about finding your role, and about, you know, family, and about this tragedy that happened. And inshallah, yani just go ahead. Okay, Sister Nurad, I see your hand up again. I don't know, it's from last time or you have some new comment.
Yes, Assalamualaikum. It's me again, new comment.
Okay.
I just want to say that everything that you've said, it's what we've been sharing in the sisters circles, trying to make sure that we're patient through this tragedy, but that we also talk about it, because talking, sharing feedbacks and ideas brings healing. And maybe I will share with you, and maybe I'll share also with Brother Reza. We did get a lot of feedbacks that I've sent actionable items to the Masjid administration, the council, and also ISGH as an organization, that the sheikhs have been lamenting about help. They've been asking for help for mental health professionals to help in our masajids, not only about the tragic incidents of domestic violence that happened recently, but also about issues that have affected our youths, like drug abuse, like suicidal ideation, how to manage anger, and you know, our health and mental well-being, all kinds of scenarios that we've been talking about. So we've compiled actionable items and proposed scenarios how the organization itself can restructure, and inshallah provide that support to the entire community, inshallah. And all these lectures, inshallah, if people are not able to attend in person for whatever reason, inshallah, you know, we can also have workshops that could be streamed live or recorded so people can benefit. And you never know, like you suggested with several examples, whom is going to benefit from it, maybe not at the masjid right then, but inshallah later. If we can save one life, just one life, and prevent these tragedies from happening in our communities, then we would have, inshallah, achieved our objective. And we need everybody's help, all the sisters in this group and outside of this group. Everybody needs to tell somebody what the Sheikh had spoken about today, and what they are wanting to do or able to do to help advance this agenda, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair, Sister Nurat. Any other comment from sisters. See, I want to share with you, like yesterday, for example, there was a person came to the masjid. His wife just passed away like 2 hours before he comes. And he did not know what is the arrangement and all that. Apparently, like, they don't come often to the masjid, or they were, just moved here, refugees or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he could not communicate properly with the administration in English. So they called me, and then I told him what to do. And we had the resources. I was very happy. And I'm not happy that he lost his wife. Astaghfirullah, I'm not saying that. But I was very happy that this person was like kind of in distress. I don't know what to do, how I wish the body of my wife. I told him, calm down. Here's a phone number. Call that number, and somebody will come and help you with the procedure. And the brother went right away and picked up the body, went to funeral home, washed, and now we're going to have a janazah in a few minutes in the Masjid al-Salam. You see, this is, I want that when somebody is in stress. I want that when a sister having an issue, she feels safe to come talk to someone at the masjid, and she would be helped. Sometimes being helped means she's not going to go back to the house again. Sometimes it's that kind of help. She's going to go to a shelter from the mosque. Sometimes I want them to feel safe, the brother feels safe and not stigmatized. If he come and says, Sheikh, I'm stressed and I'm having an issue at home, and I want the person to feel safe like that. I want the sisters to have groups to support them, and the brothers to have groups to support them. Sure. I want that, and I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to rest until this happens, and this is my next endeavor. So this is going to start like as soon as possible, inshallah. So this is why I'm calling for this Family Resource Center to start. So if you know someone who have experience in managing these projects, or psychiatrists or therapists or counselors, Muslims, of course, we start with Muslims first, but then we'll reach to other faith communities after to have their help as well. But what I want to give resources, make a list of tens of different resources and bring it to me. And we are going to start this project, inshallah. Any other comments, sisters? Jazakumullah khair. I have to go now to get ready for the janazah prayer in a few minutes, and Zuhr and all that. And may Allah reward you all for listening and being part of this group. Wa sallallahu sallam wa baraka ala Sayyidina Muhammad walhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Inshallah, we'll work on the themes or the topics for the rest of the year, inshallah, with the sisters. So please, Sister Maimuna, work with Iman. I know she's busy in Egypt, but try to get her on board again, so we can work out the topics, inshallah, for the rest of the year. Jazakumullah khair. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam. I'm going to share the email with you, inshallah.
Yes.
Jazakumullah khair.
Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah.